Hi everyone and welcome, this is the Apostate Prophet. I hope you're having a great day. I came across a video that I saw in the past but ignored. A video that some non-Muslims who like to milk Muslim views apparently react to and act impressed. So I had a look at the video and quickly concluded within the first minutes that you must be very dumb or ignorant or simply dishonest to be impressed by that video. No offense. The video is called 9 Shocking Facts from the Qur'an. Spoiler alert, the facts are not very shocking, or they were heavily twisted to make them shocking. The first shocking fact is that the Qur'an miraculously says,
"We made every living thing from water. Will they not believe?"
And we know today that animal bodies mostly consist of water.
We now know that cells are mostly made up of water. In the deserts of Arabia, the last thing someone would have guessed is that all life came from water.
Wow. Honestly, I felt a little bit angry at the sheer dishonesty that I saw here. I wasn't very surprised though, but still a little bit angry. It's just exhausting. The full verse goes like this. "Have the disbelievers not seen that the heavens and the earth were a joint entity, and we separated them and made from water every living thing? Will they then not believe?" What the Quran describes here is actually a very primitive creation myth that is neither very enlightened nor unique to the Quran, although that's what the speaker in the video clearly indicates.
But the Qur'an makes a very unusual claim. In the deserts of Arabia, the last thing someone would have guessed is that all life came from water.
Do yourself a favor right now, don't trust me, go on Google and search for water creation myth. What you will see immediately is mostly not Islam. You will get results about ancient religions, ancient myths, and you will see that many ancient cultures long before Islam and after Islam believed in different creation myths where there was once a giant or endless ocean known as the cosmic ocean or the primordial waters. And then other things were made from or above this ocean. Such myths are part of the Sumerian creation myth, the Japanese creation myth, Egyptian myths, even Indian and Greek mythologies have elements like these. Because if you are surrounded by an endless ocean and you don't know what is beyond that ocean, you don't know anything else, then there are only so many things that you can come up with, trying to explain the world around you in a primitive way. If you look at the Quran, the idea that Allah was over the water before He created the heavens and the earth is actually found. In this verse, the Quran describes that He created this earth and the multiple heavens, also a feature found in creation myths, and that He then separated them and made living beings from this water. The next verse primitively describes that Allah put mountains onto this earth so it doesn't shake, which is scientifically wrong on so many levels. And in the verse after that, it says that Allah made the sky a ceiling. This is all primitive, not unique. In fact, we even have a report in which Muhammad is reported to have said that there was Allah and He was above the water, and then He created the heavens and the earth. Does that make sense? Primitive. So the Quran verse, which says that Allah made every living being from water, doesn't have all these deeper, miraculous scientific explanations. No, it is also not shocking at all. Not even close. The second point of the video is even more ridiculous. It says that the Quran miraculously tells us that iron came from outer space.
Scientists have found that billions of years ago, the Earth was struck by meteorites. These meteorites were carrying iron from distant stars, which had exploded. The Quran says, "We sent down iron with its great inherent strength and its many benefits for humankind." God uses the words "sent down" for iron. The fact that iron came down to Earth from outer space could not be known by the primitive science of the 7th century.
First off, iron doesn't exclusively come from space. According to our scientific knowledge, updated scientific knowledge, iron was there on the Earth at the very beginning when the Earth was formed. If you want to have it this way, technically all elements that are on the Earth came from space. Thirdly, the Quran is completely ignorant about things like space or planets or galaxies and all that. It doesn't mention any of these things at all. The only thing that the Quran says is that Allah sent down something. In Arabic, anzalna. This is a big deception because if we look for the words sent down in the Quran, many things are sent down according to the Quran, such as Allah's command, angels, verses, the Quran, books, water, food, clothing, cattle, Is this also a shocking miracle? Do cows regularly come flying from outer space on asteroids? Does food come shooting down with meteoroids? Is it cooked when the meteoroids burn up? Did my clothes here come from outer space? No. When the Quran says that Allah sent down something, what it describes is that Allah is above us, above the heavens, according to Islamic knowledge. And He sends down such things, such as rain or water or food or cattle. He gives them to us from above where He is. That's what the Quran means. This is not a shocking miracle. The third shocking fact is that the Quran describes the sky as a protective sky.
The sky plays a crucial role in protecting the earth. We made the sky a protective ceiling, and yet they are turning away from our signs.
And behold, the sky protects us from sun rays.
The sky protects the earth from the lethal rays of the sun.
Muslim apologists are very sensitive about meaning and context when we criticize Islam, but they seem to be completely careless when they argue for Islam. This verse in the Quran describes the heaven as a protected ceiling, not as a ceiling that protects. This is complemented by other verses which describe the heaven as a solid firmament which was built and raised by Allah and which is held up by Him so it doesn't fall down on us, which is ridiculous. A heaven which doesn't even have a crack. A heaven which will be rolled up one day. And the Quran also says that the stars are in this heaven in order to protect the heaven from evil devils who try to go up to the heavens and steal knowledge from Allah and the angels. But the angels then shoot the stars at them, and that is what shooting stars are. This is what the Quran means by protected ceiling. This is not a shocking fact nor a miracle. The only thing that is shocking here is that people still believe in such an immensely ignorant book. But well, leaving Islam is hard because of all the massive graphic threats of torture in the afterlife and the death penalty for apostasy, of course. Number 4 is about Mount